Hey guys, what's up? Ian with Ian Blue Music here. Today I'm going to be showing you the 2 reasons why, even though I love it so much, I almost never open up FL Studio anymore. Let's get into it. I want to clarify and say that I love FL Studio. I think it is legitimate and I understand a lot of hits are made on it. Everyone tries to tell me that shit every time I talk anything even remotely negative about FL Studio. People will be coming out, oh well, you know, so and so uses it and I think it's great, and if it's, you know, it's who uses it. Yeah, I think they sound pretty much the same. I think they both have their perks. All DAWs kind of have their perks. Understand, I'm not like trashing FL Studio. I'm just saying why I don't really use it as much, and I've switched to Logic for a lot of my production. I'm going to show you those 2 reasons why right now. Okay, so I've got a project here pulled up with Logic, and I've got this empty instrument track. So, fresh slate. The first thing is the electronic drum kits. And so I've got this instrument track pulled up. You can see over here, we've got these drum kits. I'm gonna pull up Above and Beyond, and it's loaded in. I'm gonna make a beat. All right, I'm going to cut that last one. This works a lot better if you've got a MIDI keyboard, but even if you're drawing in notes, it's still pretty handy. I'm going to show you why in just a second, but I'll add a few more layers here. So we got a kick and a snare, and then we'll call that good for a beat. Not bad. The cool thing about this is it's not just bunch of drum samples that you can't mess with. You can actually break this down. You just click this arrow and now they're all their individual channels, and you can see the levels here, and say you hear that that snare, you're like, damn, that snare needs to be a little less punchy, you know. Actually, let's turn it down. Actually, let's add reverb. I'm going to open up Realm. Done. You click the arrow, it all collapses, and then you're good to go. The first complaint I'm sure I would expect is that, oh, well, I like to drag in all my samples from Splice. These samples honestly kind of sound kind of whack, so I think that's this whole thing's kind of bogus. Well, here's the other beautiful thing. Go into this little plugin here, Drum Machine Designer. Wasn't really feeling that snare anyway, so I'll put in this big head clap. And I'll take off that reverb. That was kind of corny. All right, and there we go. So, like, for me, that's super easy. Anything I can do to cut out looking for samples right at the beginning of my production, or like getting into different sort of technical things, I can just click a few buttons and suddenly I'm just making beats on my keyboard. You can be drawing the notes in too, but I like the physicality of having a keyboard. So that's the first thing. The Drum Machine Designer, having it just so easy to use and mix on and work with. The second thing is this. I'm going to open up another software instrument track. It's this entire library browser. FL Studio has some decent stock plugins. I've used Citrus a lot over the years. I think Flex is pretty cool. But if I want to have a synth sound, say I want like kind of a classic pad, to find that sound, I'll have to go to every plugin that I have and find the presets for the pads and see which ones I like going from each plugin. But they've got it set up in Logic where if you just want to look for the pads, you can just do that. And it pulls from all different plugins and VSTs that are stock and native in Logic. And they all sound great. Not all of them sound usable. Not all of them are super modern, but they all sound great. So watch, I'll just show you what I mean right now. Look, I've got the browser on the side. I'll go to Synthesizer. I want a classic sound. I want a classic pad. And then, so let's just add that to this beat. That is why I am in love with Logic. Again, there's things that FL Studio offers that Logic doesn't. The beat grid is insane. The drag and drop functionality is insane, but this is so sick that I can just do this right off the jump without even thinking on it, and I can just add another layer. I know there's a lot of FL fanboys out there just opening up your mind. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe. You don't have to like this video, but please subscribe because at 1,000 subscribers, I get a chain. and I want it. I'll be honest. And I'm doing a huge giveaway. I've already talked about it a bunch, but I'm giving away like a ton of beats. Subscribe and you'll hear more about it. At 1,000 subscribers, which is going to be in like a month or two. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.